Hello guys, and welcome to the channel. So guys, the next couple of videos we're going to be learning how to define our brand. This video and the next couple of let's say 3 or 4 videos or even more are going to be about branding. So that's our topic for the next couple of videos, defining your brand. So the first topic we are going to cover under defining your brand is what is branding. What is branding? That's the topic we are going to be covering today. So guys, essentially your brand is your identity. Your brand represents how you want the world to see you, and is also how the world actually sees you. That's your brand. In fact, good branding is at the center of these two aspects: how you want the world to see you and how the world actually sees you. Good branding is at the center of these two perspectives. So good branding is at the center of those two perspectives, and then brand management helps to keep the company in that zone, in that center. Your identity is a mixture of both tangible and intangible components, and both of these components help to give your brand or helps to create a mental image in the minds of your consumers or your customers. So it's actually your job to make sure the world sees the real you, and that this mental image of your organization or this mental representation of your organization is actually close to what you yourself want to project. So the mental image that is being projected should not be far from what you intended to project to the world, and make sure that mental image is supposed to be the real you. It's not supposed to be a false representation of what your organization is about. So don't be deceitful. Always make sure you're honest when branding yourself. Present the real you to the world. Don't present a false image of yourself or your organization to the world. Your brand should also be able to differentiate you from other players or other competitors in the field. You're supposed to be unique. You have to ensure that your brand is unique, and it should differentiate you from other people that in your field or in the niche you are participating in, because your brand plays a big part in determining who your buyers are or who your buyers are going to be. Some consumers are going to choose your offer over others because of how amazing your offer was, and because they were able to connect more with your brand. So they're going to choose your company, or they're going to choose to buy from you because your offer was more amazing, and because they had a connection, a deep connection with your brand. So if you don't separate yourself, if you don't differentiate yourself, if you don't make your brand to appear unique, you're hardly going to get people who will be able to connect with you in such a deep manner. So by doing this, you're going to help the audience be able to connect with you mostly on an emotional level. Once they can be able to connect with your brand on an emotional level, that's it. Now I'm going to explain to you the different aspects that make up your brand. So when it comes to the different aspects that make up your brand, you're going to have to answer questions like, what do you do? That's one. 2, why do you do it? 3, who is your business directed to? And 4, how do you do it? So you're going to have to answer those questions. But first, before I expatiate on those questions, I want to explain to you guys what your essence means. For you to have an essence in the business world, what's the meaning of your essence? So guys, what does your essence mean? The intangible components of your brand are very, very crucial. They are the essence of your identity. They are the reason why potential customers will be able to connect with your brand. Those intangible components. So they are the reason why a customer will be able to connect to your organization, buy your product or service, stay loyal to your organization, and potentially in the future become an ambassador of your organization or your brand. So you can now define your essence by answering those questions I listed up above: the what you do, how you do it, why you do it, and who are your products directed towards. To define your essence, you're now supposed to answer these questions. So number 1, what do you do? What do you do? So what do you offer to the market? What kind of product or service are you offering out there? Are you giving out there to your audience or to your niche. What's your channel about? For instance, if you're starting a YouTube channel or any kind of other channel, what's your channel about? What's your book about? If you're a writer, what's your book about? What are you teaching in the seminars or the webinars of your courses? What are you doing? What are you giving out there to the market? So that's number one. What do you do? Number two, how do you do it? How do you do it? What are the characteristics of your offer? What material do you use? How do you promote and deliver your offer? So that's number two. How do you do it? Number three, who is your business directed towards? Who is your business directed towards? Who is your target market? Who are you trying to appeal to and serve? Who is your niche? So that's number three. And the final one, why do you do it? What you're doing, maybe the channel you're creating or the product or service you want to offer. What is your main goal, or what's your main reason for doing what you're doing? Why do you do it? What is your purpose? What do you want to accomplish? Guys, you have to understand that great organizations are those that are built on a solid purpose, because out there people don't buy what you do, people actually buy why you do what you do. I hope you understand that. For example, let's take Apple for example. The Apple company is a great example of how an organization should operate to truly be able to connect with their buyers or their customers and sell more of their products or more of their services. The Apple company is a really great example, because Apple don't just make great computers, they create beautifully designed computers. At least in my opinion, they create beautifully designed computers and they make them easy to use, and then they create those computers for a specific target market. They are very sensitive when it comes to their niche. They create those beautifully designed computers, easy to use computers, and they aim it at a specific target market, the market that shares its values and its beliefs. So that's the purpose of Apple, the why behind what it creates, which in turn builds a strong connection with its target market or with its target consumers. So I'm going to ask you again, why do you do what you do? What's your purpose? Why do you wake up every morning to do whatever you're going to do? What drives you? Why do you want to create a shoe business? Why do you want to create, let's say, a travel blog? If your desire is just to generate income, or if your desire is solely money, then that's a very poor purpose. That's a very poor why. A real purpose is more profound than just mere generating income. Don't get me wrong, generating income is very, very important, but your purpose is supposed to be beyond just generating income. Of course, the reason behind any business is to generate profit, but then like I said, your purpose is supposed to go far beyond that. It shouldn't be limited to just generating income or making money. It's supposed to extend far beyond that. That's when you're going to have a very strong purpose and a very strong why as to the reason why you're doing what you're doing. So guys, we are going to end here for this video, and I'm going to get back with you guys later. Take good care of yourself and stay tuned to my next video.